I'm Steve Miner. I'm running for ISD 110 School Board. So I'm running because I felt led to serve my community. The pandemic was tough on everyone, and it also, I think, in my opinion, elevated the importance of making sure our local officials are going to protect the rights of parents and students when it comes to schools and other things. The other thing is, in my professional career, I've been asked many times over the last few years to step into really challenging situations to help solve problems, increase engagement, increase collaboration, transparency, find creative solutions, and bring new ideas to teams. Retention is, I work in the software industry, and that is a critical factor. Before we talk about remaining out of statutory debt, we have to get out of statutory debt. That's going to be a multi-year process, and there's going to be challenges that we don't even know about today and we haven't accounted for that are going to come up. There's some challenges that we know about, but we don't have all the details to. For example, like we have a growing community. We are very likely to have facility needs, whether it be expansion, growth, new facilities, that we have to wait to see what those needs are. We have legislation that can impact, hinder or help our efforts. So an area that I've learned about more in detail as I've been preparing to run for school board, as well as through some great conversations with ex-board members and other people in the community. And I can promise you this is an issue whether I win or lose this election. I plan on fighting for this issue because I think it's important, and I think it's something everyone in the community can do that will actually go towards our goal of being fiscally sound, and that's fighting for fully funded special education. When we vote in November, not only are you going to be picking a new school board leadership with half the school board being replaced, you're going to be electing state and House and Senate representatives for your state. Those people have done a lot of talking about special ed funding, but little action. We need to make sure that not only is your school board working to be fiscally sound, but your other votes matter and that you hold them accountable to do what's right for our kids and for schools' budgets. There's two key primary ways that I can see school boards helping shape the district. Number one, ensuring that we have an excellent superintendent who's performing their job at a high level. The superintendent is going to be the leader who sets the culture and helps shape the district, whether it be through their leadership of the schools, their administrative team, the principals, and everyone involved, because they are going to be the ones that set the standard and the culture in our schools that help shape the district. Second, how the school board performs our duties in a transparent, responsible manner does matter. But also, if you're watching this video and you're a parent or a teacher or a student, like you are very much engaged in shaping the district like all of us. It's a joint community responsibility. Employee shortages are impacting every single industry. Schools are not avoiding the same issues that are going on. So when it comes to recruiting talent and retaining talent, here's things I think the district can do. When it comes to recruiting, number one, we live in a beautiful community. Waconia and the surrounding cities are amazing. It is an excellent place to live. It's an excellent place to move to. So we have that as an advantage. The other thing when it comes to recruiting is our reputation. I believe personally that right now Waconia schools have a very positive reputation, that people do want to come work in Waconia schools. But we can't just rest on our current reputation. We have to work hard to maintain it and improve it. When it comes to retaining talent, that's another challenge. In industries that are competitive and in a workforce that works extremely hard and sometimes is not truly appreciated, we have to make sure that our teachers feel appreciated. We have to make sure that they're fairly compensated. We don't want our teachers to be able to easily stay in a house in Waconia and go work for another district and make better pay and benefits for something that we want them to do in our community. We also need to make sure that they have opportunities like all people. They want to learn and grow as part of their career. We need to make sure our schools and our teachers have that ability to do so within our school districts. And last but not least, purpose. They have to believe in the mission of our schools. We have a new superintendent who's setting new goals and new missions, and we all have to buy in, get behind it. And when we do it, we will retain the best of the best teachers, and we will raise that reputation and recruit good teachers as well. A school board can help with the strategy to make sure kids are prepared to graduate by doing a handful of things. First of all, we've already talked about the superintendent, but it is critical to make sure that we have a great one and they're doing their job amazing. We need to have policies that are clear, easy to understand, that help get bullying out of our schools, keeps kids safe, have age-appropriate curriculum that hits all of the marks when it comes to state standards around math, reading, science, history. We also need to ensure we have great facilities and keep them that way. And last but not least, we have to retain teachers. We've talked about that. We can have amazing schools, we can have a lot of amazing students, but if you don't have teachers to teach, it becomes really hard to help kids with graduation. The last aspect is actually something outside of the school board. The school board and the teachers and staff can do their jobs amazing, but it's also the responsibilities of parents and the students to step into their role and take advantage of the opportunities our great public schools give them. If you want to be ready to graduate, there's personal responsibility in that as well. I think our three strengths are facilities, teachers, and community. I think Waconia has amazing facilities in ISD 110, and I want to help keep them that way. I think we have amazing teachers. We need to retain the best of the best because we have the best of the best. And last but not least, we have a strong community. My experience when I was a student in Waconia schools, and as I've seen my kids go through the schools, right now I have a daughter in middle school and a son in high school. Parent involvement is something that shines through in our school district ever since I've lived in Waconia since 1990. And I want to continue to make sure that we get our parents in the schools, participating, volunteering, supporting their kids at home. That is what makes communities great. That's what's going to keep making Waconia great.